Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Ella of oWyscribbles. Today is Friday and that means it is Art Craft Friday. For those who are new here, I am uploading videos every Friday. These are artworks that you can do easily. I have switched to selfie mode as you can see, but anyway, today I'm going to teach you how to doodle flowers and how to use these designs to make a framed design like this one. So anyway, let's get to it. First, let's have your materials. To start with our floral doodle, first we make a conical shape like this one here, and then we draw lines. So this is for our guide for the petals that we will be making. Now slowly draw a few petals here, like that one, and then for the other one too. Now after this, we will draw lines going outwards from the middle of the flower because this will give us the texture of our flower, and then we'll also darken the bottom part a bit, and then now we'll draw just a single line for the stem and some leaves here at the bottom part. For the next flower, we will be making a similar looking flower to a daisy. We will still start with a conical shape, but this time there's like a line in the middle. This is to show another perspective of the flower. So you will see like the side view part, but this time it also shows a bit of the bird's eye view of the flower. For the next one, we will be drawing an elliptical shape for our guide, and then make dots for the pollens, and then few petals that may be hanging down the pollen. And of course, you shouldn't forget your texture, small lines on the petals, and long leaves for this one. Now our fourth flower would look like a hibiscus, so we will start with a round shape and some line guides for the petals. Now this flower will have big petals, and as I've said, it would look like a hibiscus but without the pollen that is sprouting out of the middle of the flower. And now the leaves for this flower will be coming out of the side here, just to for design, just to make it look pretty here. Down here we will be making like similar to a peony. I'm not sure if this would look like a peony, but the inspiration of this flower is a peony, so we will start with an elliptical shape as before, and then some petals here, scattered petals. We will also add petals here at the bottom part. Now if everything looked really difficult, now let me make a very easy flower for you. Here's a spiral rose. You just start with a spiral shape and some leaves at the side. Now it will look like a rose. Next we will have another one. This is a bud and some leaves at the side. See, it's very easy. And if you really want to make a rose, here's another one that would look like a rose with an open petal. Now if it's still difficult, let's just have this stem and then really small petals that we all learned in primary school, and then some leaves to add. And then here we can put a like sakura or a cherry blossom here, bird's eye view of a cherry blossom, we'll maybe make 4 of that, or maybe 3. Now if you hear background of people talking, that's actually the TV. The primetime drama is on, so they're kind of loud. But anyway, for the next flower, I don't know how to explain this. I just feel like drawing this one. I don't even know what kind of flower is this, but I have seen a lot of this. My inspiration for this flower is Shada Campbell's Floral Doodles. If you do want to check her doodle, she really is good at doodling and also using watercolors. So I'm gonna link it here below so you can check her channel after this. And so that's it for our floral doodles. Now let's move on to our next project. We will be using our floral doodles for this design. So I have here a watercolor paper, and so I'm using a paper cutter. Of course, you can use scissors if you want to. I'm cutting it to my desired length and weave. It depends on what frame I'm using. So make sure that your paper is would fit your frame that you have, so you wouldn't do any adjustments right after you draw on the paper or put your watercolor there. Now that we are finished cutting our paper, we will use this washi tape to border the edges. We'll just stick some to the edges. We will use this so that the watercolor will not spread to the edge of the paper. So it will just stay inside this border. And now that it's done, I have here colors blue and pink. So I'm gonna start with yellow. I'm gonna fill this whole paper with yellow color. So just very light yellow. You have to dip and put yellow. Actually, you can use another color if you want to, but for this one I just want it to look bright, so I'm using yellow. And without knowing that the camera was not rolling, I added a blot of watercolor, red watercolor on the side of the paper, and I already removed the washi tape. So as you can see, the washi tape serves its purpose and the border is very clear. Now we're gonna choose which flower to use. So I'm going to use the first flower that I drew. I'm gonna put it here at the side. It's not too big because we will be writing a quote in the middle of the flower, so just an average size but not covering the middle part of the paper. So just like the bottom part, we will also draw a flower here at the right side, left hand corner, where we put our red blot of watercolor. I have decided to use the hibiscus looking flower minus the pollen. So I'm gonna put it like that and probably make 2 of these flowers. When it's done, I already have a coat in mind, so I'm gonna draft my coat here using a pencil. It's just short. If you do want to write a longer coat, of course you can do that, but make sure that it will not overlap the flowers. So to finalize my coat, I'm using Tombow Fudenesuke. This is a brush pen, soft tip brush pen. Now for this empty space here, I'm gonna write the Bible verse where I got my coat. I have seen this coat in Instagram, and the first time I saw that, I was struck because this is exactly what the world needs these days. You agree? If you do, please leave a thumbs up. And so we are done with our design. I moved outside for a better lighting. And then we will put this design on our frame. Make sure that the frame is clean. Oh, you can see me there. And as there, you can see I'm obviously outside for better lighting. So here, I'm placing my design there, and then we'll close it up with this board. So you always have to make sure that your paper has the exact length of the frame, because if not, then you will have to make revisions of the design later on. And so we're just locking the frame here, and ta-da! Here it is. So that's our design. As you can see, that's our floral doodle here. And because of the yellow watercolor background, our coat popped up. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed today's project. If you're thinking of making it, please do tag me on Instagram or Facebook. That's oWyscribbles.